Hey friends, let's talk about the 1% you should really be worried about. It seems like an old topic, but the people think of the 1% as the people at the very top making all the money in the world, and there's the rest of the 99% out there who are maybe just getting by or not as wealthy. But the real 1% that I think you should be worried about is what this video is about making improvements in your life and the compound effect of if you improve yourself or aim to improve yourself 1% at a time and how that adds up over time. In this example, I'm just going to use if you focus on improving yourself by 1% each day for an entire year, you actually make a 3,678% change. Now that's astronomical from the original. I crunched the math. Check this out. If you know anything about the magic of compound and compound interest, this is a money example, but this is the same exact example you'd use for percentages. So let's just say if you are 100%, and here we have $100, and the interest rate is going to be 1%. So we're going to be gaining a 1% every single day. So day one, we have $101, and then we get to, on day two, $102. Day three, we get $103. So it's not getting too big. Day 10, we have $110. But let's jump to day 100. Day 100, here we are. We're at now $270. Keep focusing on that 1% change every single day. Let's jump to day 200. We're at $731.60. Let's just jump all the way to the end of the year, what you would have. You have $3,778.34. If we're looking at this as percent change of improvement in our lives, when you calculate it, you actually get a 3,678.34% change from where you started at. So what I want you to think about, maybe a takeaway is, instead of thinking about trying to make giant leaps in your life, and maybe you're looking to get healthier, and instead of tomorrow waking up and trying to run 100 miles or do 10,000 push-ups, if you've never done push-ups before or run any miles, maybe just focus on running that first mile, or maybe it's a quarter mile. Maybe you're just going to do a half a push-up or one push-up. Don't think about overdoing it, making giant leaps, because what will happen is time is going to pass regardless. So if you just focus on increasing your baseline incrementally, 1% at a time, before you know it, a whole year is going to pass and you may be a completely different person. So for myself, my 1%, what I'm trying to focus on to make myself better in my life, it's waking up earlier. I got up 6 a.m. this morning. Hopefully I can do it tomorrow and so on. And then a whole year of getting up at 6 a.m. so I have a little bit more time, more energy to work on other areas of my life and improving by 1%. Maybe it's making more money in my life. So I think about, if I put in 1% effort towards increasing my business's income every day, what does that mean, or what does that look like? Maybe it just means I need to make one phone call to help out a client or provide more services instead of 0 phone calls, because 0 is giving me no more income and it's not allowing me to help anybody, and no one's benefiting from the value I can put into the world. If I focus on increasing that by 1% every day, I don't know what that means. If I did that every day and I up the ante 1%, in a year, I guess I'd be making 3,674 phone calls. But that part may not be realistically, but I'll bet you I'll be pretty dang comfortable making 20 or 50 phone calls a day because my baseline is going to increase. So that takeaway, I would love to know what 1% you could focus on in your life to make yourself better. Think about 1% increments on a daily basis, and really, you could take the 1% and break that down to 0.25% if 1% seems like overwhelming. And maybe you just take it 1 week at a time. As you move forward and reflect about 2016 and plan for 2017, just think about how every week you could look at making yourself, if you're feeling stuck in life or if you want to make big changes, instead of trying to make big changes and big events overnight, just think about how in a week's time you can look at improving yourself by 1%. Post in the comments below, share this video if everyone needs to up their life by 1%. I'd love to hear what your takeaway is, how you can improve. I know I've got a lot of improvement, but I'm going to jump in and work on my 1%, 1% that matters.